Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about my summer-fall 2021 morning skincare routine. I usually set my alarm for 20 minutes before I normally would. That way I'm able to stay in bed and just relax while I'm wearing the mask. It has a timer, which is really convenient, and it will let me know when my 20 minutes are up. It comes in 7 different colors. However, I personally just use the red, which is for anti-wrinkles and to help repair the skin barrier. You can see here that the mask has turned off and it's time for me to get up. Now that I'm in the bathroom, I'm going to go ahead and wet my face. I'm just going to use a little spritz bottle. Tends to work pretty well. Then I go right into my cleanser, and today I'm going to be using La Roche-Posay's Tolerian cleanser for face and eyes. This is a very gentle, mild, light cleanser. It has no perfumes, no preservatives or alcohol, which makes it perfect and suitable for all skin types, especially sensitive or intolerant, or like me, dry skin. One of the reasons why I really enjoy this is because it never leaves my skin feeling dry and tight. It actually does the opposite. I feel very moisturized after, and I highly recommend. Now it's time to rinse it off. Although according to the website, you don't need to rinse it off at all. But I will. After rinsing off my face, I will pat very gently around my face, avoiding my eyes and my neck. Step 3. Alpha hydroxy acid. Currently I'm testing out a few AHAs, but for this video I decided to go with the Ordinary's 10% lactic acid, since I always tend to come back to it. Now this is a mild peel that exfoliates the skin gently. I have actually noticed quite a difference as far as the texture of my skin. I have a few bumps on my cheeks that I notice tend to go smaller when I use this, as well as my weekly chemical peel. Now I've built up a tolerance under my eyes and necks, and I don't recommend it for anyone that hasn't done this before. So just be cautious with that. However, if you are tolerant, then it might work for you as well. It helps with that crepiness. As far as vitamin C goes, we all know that the Skinceuticals CE Ferulic is the gold standard. However, I'm running out of mine, so I decided to give the Geek Gorgeous Sea Glow a try. And so far, I'm liking it. It's super lightweight, it's almost like water, so I have to use a spoon in order to put my 6 drops into it. Once I do that, I just dip my fingers in and I rub it into my skin. I avoid the under eye area and my neck. It's so light that once I'm done applying it, it pretty much has absorbed into my skin. It keeps in the refrigerator for about 3 months, which is always a plus. Once the vitamin C has absorbed, I will go ahead and drench my skin with water. I go back to my spray bottle and just spray it until I feel it's pretty covered. Then I'll go into the Nuface Hydrating Leave-On Gel Primer. Now this is basically a lot of hyaluronic acid, but in a gel form, which is perfect because it doesn't absorb as fast as a serum would. I apply the thickest layer around my eyes, and then the rest of my face, and lastly on my neck. I don't section off my face the way I've seen on videos, because it just seems really messy, and I feel as long as I keep my face really wet and hydrated, it should do the job. I mean, they say that water is a conductor, so It seems to work for me. I'll spray my face again just to make sure that it's very slippery and very wet, and I'll go into my Nuface. I'm lucky enough to get the Pro, so that's what I use. I set it to the highest, and just to save time, I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video. But as you can see, I pretty much do one side and then I do the other side. I don't do the entire face, I do it in sections. I have a bad memory, so this is easiest for me. Now I do only concentrate on my face from my chin up. Unfortunately, I'm unable to do my neck, even though I wish I could, but I can't because I have hypothyroidism and I just can't go anywhere close to my thyroid. But that's okay. I switch to the smaller prongs and I use that on my eye area, and I think that this has really helped with the swelling around my eyes, which is great. And also on one side of my face, I do have a droop around my eyebrow area, so I feel that this does help with that. I've been using the microcurrent now for approximately 2.5 years. I got it for Christmas 3 years ago, or I guess 2.5 years ago, and I've been using it ever since. You just need to be consistent, and I do feel that I do see a difference, especially around my eye area and my 11s. After rinsing off the Nuface Gel Primer, I will go into my Timeless Coenzyme Q10 Serum with Matrixyl 3000 and Hyaluronic Acid. I will use 3 drops onto my fingertips and spread on my face. This is an antioxidant that helps energize skin cells to rebuild collagen and elastin. I have been using this for a year, and although I don't know if I see any of those benefits, I use it because it does keep my skin hydrated and supple. As my hydrator, I use 2 toners. The first one is I'm From Rice Toner. It is a Korean product that is very light and silky to use. I use about 6 drops and I gently pat it onto my skin. This is very hydrating and it's brightening. I used to use this as a toner before, but I've since switched it to a hydrator. I find it to be very light and very hydrating on my skin, and my skin just loves it. It's almost like drinking water. Also, I don't like to use it at the beginning of my skincare routine since I have other products that are more important for me to get into my skin faster. So this at this spot for me works perfectly. Secondly, I use a Japanese product by Sana, and this is a moisturizing skin lotion. However, it's actually more like a toner as well. It is also very light and moisturizing without any stickiness. I could either use one or the other, but since I have both, I'm using them both right now. And I would recommend that if you have dry skin, to purchase one of them and see how it works for you. I'm currently trying out other hydrators and toners and essences, but these are my 2 favorite. Today I'm using CeraVe's Moisturizing Cream. This is what I use pretty much throughout the whole year, and I adjust how much I use depending on how dry my skin is. I make sure that right after I use my hydrators, I will go into a cream. It's important to make sure that your skin is still moist from your products. That way it just absorbs faster and it holds in all that hydration. This is non-greasy and fast absorbing, so the first thing that I do my eyelids and then onto my neck, which are the driest parts on me. This is an occlusive cream, so it's perfect for restoring your skin barrier. When it's time for me to massage the cream into my skin, I do an exercise that looks a little funny. I drop my shoulders, I tilt my head back, and I try to kiss the ceiling 10 times. I've been doing this now for a few months. Although I do think it's working, I still think I need to keep doing this for a bit more time to really know. This might look really funny, but if it works, it works. Now I'm going to go into a few basic skin face massages. First concentrating on my jawline and then my cheekbones. You can do that about 10 times. I'm not sure why I didn't do it 10 times. I think I was distracted. But then you go up to your forehead and do some sweeping motions for those forehead wrinkles. And now for the eye opener. Your thumb should stay on your temples and using your fingers in the shape of a C. I plan on doing a video that goes more into face massages, but I just want to make sure that I am seeing some results before I do that. Currently I'm trying out the Peter Thomas Roth Cucumber Detox Patches and also the Revolution Gold Hydra Gels. I didn't give these a number only because I don't use them all the time. I use them more or less when I'm going to go somewhere or do something, or if I have puffy eyes, or just like today, I have some dark circles under my eyes. You can apply these with the widest part on the outside of your eyes for your crow's feet, or switch them around with the widest part on the inner side of your eyes for any extra dryness. That's how I'm using them today. The inside of my eyes, that skin there tends to be very dry right now, so I'm flipping them around for that extra moisture, and I'll be back in 10 minutes. Thanks to the magic of technology, I'm back. So I remove the patches, and right away I go into hydrating under my eyes by using more of the CeraVe. I'm careful to rub it in gently, making sure not to pull on the delicate skin. Today I'm using Clinique's Mineral Sunscreen SPF 50. I have been using this now for a few days. I plan to do a review on it, so I'm not going to go too much into it today, only because I still have a little bit more testing to do. But so far, I really like the way it looks under foundation, and it glides on pretty well and is hydrating for dry skin. If you can take anything from this video, let it be this. The right sunscreen is the most occlusive product you can put on your skin, so please use it. Everyone should, especially if you have dry skin. Although I'm not measuring out exactly how much to put on my skin, by now I have a good idea. And I do feel comfortable saying that I am using the recommended amount, if not more. And one of the reasons for that is because I have been trying an awful lot of SPF lately, and I want to make sure I use it up before it expires. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please consider subscribing. Ciao!